Hello guys. Well, I know it's lockdown time and most of you are getting bored sitting at your home. So uh, let me show you something I did this lockdown period. It's a DIY fountain, as you can see, and this is created at home with clay pots and concrete. So let me take you through how it was done. So these are the clay pots, and you have to first drill the hole so that you can place them. This is how you do it. So basically you have to just for my design you have to just make hole to a single clay pot, though I somehow did in all other plates, but that is, you should not be copying that if you're doing this. Just one. So this is a wrong design. Only you need one hole in the topmost clay pot. Rest you can leave, because in the later part of the video I have to fill them up again. So now coming to the dirtiest part of the whole thing, make sure you're dressed appropriately for this. This is really dirty, and make sure cement can eat up your skin, so be careful with that as well. Concrete is an amazing craft material. I have not realized that, but this really proves it is actually a very good material to do art and craft work. Well, the bandage here does the same thing as steel bars in any construction. It provides structural support, reinforcement, as well as the texture to the whole design. So we should be using that. Mix cement or concrete in a ball, and then just use a paintbrush to put it properly. Make sure you put thick enough layers, or otherwise it can crack up from there. So that's very important. Make sure you cover each and every part, put some extra on the joints. uh, that will after it gets hardened, it will give that kind of strength that you need for them to hold the clay pots, and it will feel like it's made out of concrete. Well, this is how it will look when you put everything, the concrete all over the place. Make sure even in the top part where the pipe is going through the design, you have to put it properly. So cover up the pipes and the styrofoam used around it. Make sure the clay pots are properly placed, and put appropriate amount of the mix. So this is how it will look when you put it. So I'm just putting one clay pot and the top pot there, and I've left it. Don't try to make it very smooth and plain. Let it be more natural and rugged. This is how it should look. Let it dry for 2 days, 48 hours. So I put concrete inside as well, so that the pot is fixed there. So after 2 days, when the concrete is all dry, and properly water that for 2 days, and then I have a spray gun. So you can choose the color of your choice. I thought black and brown would look good, and those were the only two colors I'm having during the lockdown. So I didn't have much choice. So I'm using the spray gun to paint it. One thing which is very important is what I've done is that I put plaster of Paris on the clay pot and let it dry, and then use a sandpaper to, you can see the plaster of Paris part. So you can use a sandpaper to make the surface smooth. That will give you the clay pot, like the china bone clay pot kind of structure, smoothness to it. So I did that as well. Sorry, I've not covered in the video part. So all the clay thing was covered with putty, left for one day, and then smoothened with a sandpaper. This is how you color everything. See, I have closed all the openings, the drill I have done. So after coloring and all, leave it for a day. It will look like this. That's a kind of the final phase where this has been planted. The water is flowing. I have to put some white stones, which can only be bought when the lockdown is over. So all the plates will have those white big pebbles on them, and the water will be flowing down to the fish tank. So the arrangement is simple, and this part I have to fix. This bricks, I need to plaster them properly. That would be done. But here this is, we started 3 days back with a piece of styrofoam, a few clay balls and plates, and the end result is this. It's not looking bad at all. So if I give you a glance, of my garden. So somehow this looks like this. That's the whole garden. This is how this looks. The fishes are loving it. They have got something new to look up to, so they are having fun. The new lotus leaf is coming up here. So that's the lotus tank. That's something I was trying to make. I'm glad I could make it at home, so it's all DIY. Most of things handmade, so looks good. Looks good. See, the finishing is amazing. The colors have come up nicely. Maybe with the pebbles on the plates, they will look much more appealing. And when the flowers start blooming, the lotus start blooming, this will look of another level. But this is it.